If I could please have you all stand and rise for the presentation of the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
Please rise. associates, graduates. Art and theater. Biology, geosciences. Business. Chemistry, computer science, mathematics. History, anthropology, philosophy, political science, Spanish. English, Communications, and Media. Interdisciplinary Studies. Kinesiology. Music. Nursing. Psychology. Sociology. Teacher education. University Administration. Please be seated.
Good job, everyone.
We will now listen to Mi Lupita, performed by the ASU Marimba Band. Excuse me. The President of Adams State University, Dr. Cheryl Lovell.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Adams State University, I welcome you to the Fall 2019 Commencement. For nearly 100 years, Adams State has been awarding degrees and contributing to the betterment of countless lives. Established as a teacher's college in 1921, the institution has grown from one building in the middle of the sand and brush to the beautiful campus of today. Our students continue to receive a quality education and graduate with the potential to fulfill their own professional dreams, but also to give back to their families who have supported them throughout these years, and to their communities who will reap the benefits of a well-educated society. Thank you for being here today to support these graduates on this stunningly beautiful sunny day, but crisp in this beautiful San Luis Valley. Thank you for supporting the students who are finishing today and beginning a new phase of their life. To those of you watching from a distance, we welcome you as well and know you are here in spirit and in thought. At this time, I would like to recognize the following individuals who have joined us today. The City of Alamosa Mayor, Ty Coleman. Colorado State Senator, Mr. Larry Crowder. The San Luis Valley representative for Senator Michael Bennett, Aaron Meeks. The Adams State University Alumni President, Sandy Ortega. And though she's one of our own, I think I'll also recognize Alamosa City Council member, Elizabeth Hensley. Now I'd like to introduce the chair of the Adams State University Board of Trustees, Michele Leek.
Good morning. Students and faculty, parents and grandparents, partners and spouses, kids, nieces, nephews, friends and family. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Adams State University, I welcome you to the Fall Commencement exercises of 2019. I'm joined here today by my fellow trustees, Trustee Randy Wright, Trustee Jonathan Marquez, Trustee Cleve Simpson, Trustee Pam Bricker, Student Trustee Diane Arias, and somewhere in the music department, Faculty Trustee James Doell. We are delighted that you are attending today and you are sharing this moment, joining in the celebration with your student or students. Each of them has earned this celebration, this rite of passage, and each deserves the congratulatory hug, the pat on the back, the kiss on the cheek that you will inevitably provide. And we thank you for being here. Students, let me be among the first to congratulate you on a job well done. Being here today is a testament to your drive, ambitions, and persistence, and we congratulate you. I close with a reminder that this is called a commencement, and that word implies a beginning or a starting place. The education you have earned, the experiences you have gained, and the skills that you have honed at Adams State University have prepared you for this commencement exercise, for this new beginning. So on behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, we wish you well at this commencement. As Janet Napolitano, the current president of the University of California system, recently said, "You don't go to university so you can punch a clock. You go to university so that you can be in a position to make a difference. We all look forward to the differences that you will make. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chair Leek. Because commencement is about new graduates, the Associated Student and Faculty Government, our student government, invites graduating seniors to apply to deliver the commencement message on behalf of the graduating class. Eligible students must have a grade point average of 3.0 or above, submit a letter of recommendation and a speech outline, and explain why they are seeking the honor of speaking before you today. We have a special treat, in fact, today. We have 2 student speakers who will share their message of the success they achieved while pursuing their academic goals here at Adams State University. Sheniqua Griffith and Janet Madera. Each has taken full advantage of all of the opportunities afforded them while attending Adams State. They've been involved with numerous student organizations and clubs. Janet, for example, is a business administration major who plans on a marketing career for diverse populations. And Sheniqua is a sociology major whose goals include a career in the field of restorative justice. With great pride in their current and future accomplishments, I now present Janet Madera and Sheniqua Griffith.
Good morning. We would like to begin by thanking family, friends, faculty, staff, and especially our graduates for being here today. We both feel honored to have been given the opportunity to have not just one, but both of us speak here today for the first time.
Adams State University prides itself on identifying as a Hispanic servant institution and is also on the verge of identifying as a minority servant institution.
This brings up the question of, who do you identify as?
I identify as a first-generation African-American female who had the opportunity to go to college. Who do you identify as?
I identify as a first-generation Latina female who worked hard to obtain a higher education to make my parents' sacrifices to come to this country worth it.
Yes. Oh my God. And as of today, we can also be a part of and identify as a nationwide statistic of 38% of African American and 45.8% of Hispanic to graduate with a bachelor's degree.
These numbers are now a part of our identity, but identity begins from the moment that we are born. Let us tell you a little bit about ours. I am the third of 4 girls. For as far back as I can remember, it was just my 2 older sisters and I, until my younger sister was born when I was 9 years old. When we were little, my mother used to dress us the same. I still have a photo of us wearing the same outfits. Growing up, it was hard not to look at what my older sisters would do and try and do the same. They were my role models. They will love hearing this in the audience right now. A lot of the time, I would go to them for reassurance to make sure that whatever I was doing was correct. Thankfully, they would always reply with something like, "I don't know, it's up to you." I can say I did not fully grasp this until I came to college. Both of my sisters have already graduated with their bachelor degrees and are both currently working as registered nurses. Although I did not do exactly everything that they did, I still learned from them. I saw how they were motivated by my parents' sacrifices to build a better life and to become citizens of a country that initially wasn't their home. Both my sisters and my parents always encouraged me to set high expectations for myself, for which I am forever grateful for, because it built me into the strong and independent woman that I am today. I chose a completely different career path than they did, business. Through the business and art department at Adams State, I learned so much and always enjoyed my courses, even when they would stress me out for weeks straight. I involved myself in organizations on campus that stand for what I value, such as Phi Beta Lambda Business Club, Associated Students and Faculty, New Student Orientation, Multicultural Student Governance, Student Support Services, and the Cultural Awareness and Student Achievement Center. I met some amazing people here, and at one point had a great mentor who taught me to always expect the best in myself and to go for what I deserve. I thought I knew who I was in high school, but it is truly college that taught me who I am. Today, I do not need reassurance because it truly is up to me, and I cannot wait for what is next. One day, I hope that my younger sister can also learn from me and become the best version of herself that she can be.
Ever since I was little, I was always told by my parent, my aunt, my uncles, and my cousin that you are a miracle baby and you're going to grow up and do great things in life. I am the oldest female sibling out of 8. Growing up, I was determined to be one of the best African American female nurses in Colorado. I remember playing doctors with my siblings day in and day out. If they came in with a cough, I had a cure. If they needed surgery, the bed became the operating room. However, growing up wasn't always easy. I watched my mother work day in and day out, noticing her exhaustion. I knew that I had to do better for our family. I knew it was time to repay her for every blood, sweat, and tear that she had shed for us. And from that day on, and still to this day, she is my role model. She is my motivation, and she is my courage to continue to keep going. When I was sad, she was there. When I was scared, she was there. When I was fighting every medical battle in my life, such as my eyes, she was there. And for that, I owe her my life. In order to pay her back for all that she has done for me and to better myself, I decided to go to college. When I initially came to college, I decided to pursue nursing. I took my first chemistry class, and that decision changed quickly. I knew I still wanted to help people, but this time I wanted to help people who didn't have a voice in the criminal justice system. I wanted to instill hope for offenders. I took my first sociology class called Sociological Imagination, and when I walked out, I knew exactly what I desired to study. And throughout my journey here at Adams State, with all the involvement that I have experienced, I have learned more about myself than I ever can imagine. And through the sociology department, I found my passion in social justice and myself. I was continuously challenged through on-campus involvement in the following: Grizzly Activity Board, Resident Assistant, New Student Orientation, Associated Students and Faculty, Multicultural Student Governance, Student Support Services, and the Cultural Awareness and Student Achievement Center. If you ask me who I am today, I'm going to tell you, I'm a phenomenal Black woman who is continuously progressing as an individual.
These are just 2 stories out of the many in this room today. Your story may be different. Your story may be similar. But at the end of the day, it is your story.
These stories are what shape your identity, and your identity is what shapes your life. And overall, your college experience is now a significant part of your identity.
After today, after you walk off this stage, I ask you one more time, how do you identify as now?
Thank you. We are proud to be a part of Adams State University graduating class of 2019.
Wow, thank you both very, very much. What a great example of how bright our future is with graduates like these 2 young ladies. So thank you again. Today's commencement speaker shares much in common with many of our graduates today. She's a first-generation college student. Lillian Gómez appreciates the challenges her parents overcame and their hard work to send Lillian and her 7 siblings to college. Since graduating from Adams State, Lillian has remained passionate about students from elementary school through postgraduate. From her first position as teacher and reading specialist and continuing through today as the executive director of the Title V grant initiatives here at Adams State University, Lillian understands the importance of knowing your students and recognizing that their cultural background, history, and language matter when they enter the classroom. Lillian has overseen millions of dollars awarded to Adams State through numerous grants. She directs the funding projects into programs to benefit our students. 2 examples of them include Lillian collaborated with cultural historians, artisans, and scholars to immense Adams State faculty and staff in a week-long interactive conference to help bring meaning to Adams State's designation as a Hispanic serving institution. And also, for the last 16 years, Lillian developed workshops and retreats with a focus on equity. Because she knows when taught through an equity lens, students connect with their professors and bond with staff and faculty members to gain the skills and tools needed to successfully navigate through school and reach their academic potential. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Ms. Gómez, our Fall 2019 Commencement speaker.
Wow, how about those students? In fact, I needed to take several deep breaths before I arrived to the podium. Thank you for your stories and your courage, and most important, your hard work. You know, as I was preparing for this morning and thinking about, when you get older, you kind of get up a little earlier, right? 4:35 seems to work out. But as I was thinking about, what was facing us today, and I looked back and said, this will be 40 years that I have been involved in teaching and in education, and what a blessing. I started and crossed this stage in 1979 when I earned my bachelor's degree in teaching. And here I am, at the 40 years later, thinking about maybe it's time to put a bookmark in my career. Never finished, but just a bookmark. So I want to begin to say thank you, Adams State University. Thank you, President Lovell, for your extremely generous introduction. And as many people have shared today, how proud we are about Adams State University holding its distinction of being a premier Hispanic serving institution. And I also want to thank the Board of Trustees and all of the work that they do around ensuring that Adams State continues to serve as a Hispanic serving institution. I want to obviously congratulate the graduating class of 2019 for your achievement. And of course, as everyone has done before, because we know that you don't do this without the support and help of extended family, I want to thank the parents, the sisters, the brothers, the grandmas, the grandpas, the aunties, the uncles, the cousins, and all who helped these young people arrive at this moment today. A los padres de habla español, les quiero dar la bienvenida y compartir con ustedes que sus hijos han salido adelante en Adams State University. Por su apoyo, los estudiantes celebran hoy un éxito muy especial. But I also want to say that no matter how much you have and will accomplish, there's always more to learn and there's always more to achieve. I say to you, graduates of 2019, despite having achieved this milestone in your life, and of course, your family's so proud, it's not time to rest on your accomplishments. It's not time to rest. Your developed work is yet to come. Many graduating classes have entered into Plaquey Hall, where our country has been at peace and stability. other classes receive their diplomas where our nation has been in times of trouble and turmoil. Today, however, you will receive your diplomas at a time when we wrestle with what is fact and truth. I come here today to affirm the importance of knowing what in today's world is fact and truth. Truth is defined by that which is true in accordance with fact and reality. So we say, tell me the truth. Is that true? And in fact, a Stanford study was done, and it confirms what many teachers know, that today's students receive a flood of information coming from their various digital devices. And the information that is coming is you always have to assess how true or how untrue is this information that I'm receiving right in front of me. In fact, how many of you have looked at your cell phones at least once since the beginning of graduation commencement, right? I haven't looked at mine because I left it in the car. Thought it'd be a good idea. Daily, we find ourselves receiving information and grappling with truths and non-truths. On an ongoing basis, the abundance of information is at the forefront of our lives. The flood of information is ever so present. It is so present that it's difficult to break away from because we have information flooding us all the time. This, of course, causes us to be in a continued process of discernment. President Obama noted, and I quote, "If we are not serious about facts and what's true and not, if we can't discern between serious argument and propaganda, then we have a problem. We live in an age with so much active information that's packaged very well, and it looks the same whether it's on Facebook or on TV. If everything seems to be the same and no distinctions are made, then we don't know what to protect. We won't know what to fight for, and we can lose so much of what we've gained in terms of the kind of democratic freedoms and market-based economies and prosperity that we've come to take for granted," end quote. Universities have a central role in democracy by preparing its students to critically engage in conversations that impact their lives. Adams State University exposes its students to a unique opportunity of professors and instructors who have engaged students, exposed students to critique, to defend, to formulate ideas, produce, recognize, and recall content. ASU professors advocate and rejoice for a student's cathartic moment and deep cognitive dissonance. However, at this time, an urgent question has to be at the forefront of our thoughts. What is the role of higher education at a time when the very ideas of truths and facts and core principles of justice seem to be up for grabs? An argument can be made that today, your liberal arts education is more valuable, more important, and more urgently needed. Grant Cornwell reports in the December 2018 of Inside Higher Education, and he notes that there is a lack of respect for intellectualism. He sees a smug, perhaps even a sinister disregard for the value of truth and its pursuit with integrity. He also talks about a dismissive attitude toward the knowledge of facts, or worse still, even a cavalier disposition towards facts, as though they are things that can be selected or even created according to one's preference, politics, and that political theory and ideology trumps facts. The good news is that a university with its core principles of freedom of inquiry, expression, and its capacity to educate graduates with the ability to make good judgments, thoughtful decisions, and to deliberate also plays a vital role.
and education, your education, is so important because it provides the utmost opportunity of not what to think, but how to think. Becoming educated is a process of being free of bias, ignorance, and having control of thought. One that is engaged and educated is able to make up one's own mind, able to distinguish information, and be an evaluator of evidence. And that's, class of 2019, what you've been prepared for. Simply, an education empowers you to have independent judgment. An educated person is free, equipped, and empowered to make up their own mind, to take leadership that's important, and most easily not to be swayed by fraud. Adams State University students graduate with critical thinking. This critical thinking knowledge assists students to recognize, to push aside leadership that is self-serving and rooted in prejudice. Institutions of higher education invest and encourage its students to understand how to apply critical reasoning in the classroom. But most importantly, ASU students as citizens evaluate information and consider their assumptions and the claims of others. You, the graduates of 2019, earn your degrees today with more than knowing, but most important, you will know what. Faculty members have held you in the highest standard of academic rigor in their teaching, and now you must form your conclusions about truth. As global citizens and responsible leaders, you must not take a back seat to ideology, but push knowledge and reasonability to the forefront of your thinking. As you graduate today, appreciate that you have been carefully taught and mentored to articulate what you have learned and why. The Adams State University graduate will go into this world with knowledge and a fact-based view. A fact-based view. Your liberal arts education has been a significant social investment that will inform the world you are entering. As we continue the commencement today, Dr. Lovell will state, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees for Adams State University, and upon completion of all requirements prescribed, I do confer upon you the, and then she will list the degrees, and then she will finish by saying all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining. So yes, you will have the right, privilege, and responsibility to inform the nation. Today, you earn the responsibility of making this nation a better place. Muchas gracias por la oportunidad de celebrar este tiempo tan importante con ustedes. Les deseo a sus hijos que sigan con su educación. Les deseo lo mejor en su futuro. For all of you that have helped make this academic milestone possible, you have every right to expect that this investment produce social value. That it's not only good for the graduate, but also good for the world. I am deeply humbled by this opportunity to share my thoughts with you. Many blessings, and I thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lillian, for your inspiring words of advice and wisdom, and the importance that you speak about truth and the ability to identify that. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
For all of you in today's graduating class, this is a very special day. We are extremely proud of you and all that you have done and how you represent the class of 2019. We are confident with the foundation and excellence you have received here, and we continue to expect you to excel and enhance Adams State's mission and the community beyond the valley. I'm now pleased to present the representatives of the faculty of the university, whose excellence and dedication have nurtured these students by the standards of achievement they have set for Adams State graduates. The faculty determined the true quality for this institution. Will members of the faculty please rise and receive our thanks? The university staff has fostered the progress of today's graduates in countless ways, providing indispensable support to every university office. The professional and classified staff are vital to all functions of this institution. Will the members of the university staff who are present here today please rise and accept our appreciation? The coaches, trainers, and athletic staff at Adams State University go to great lengths to support the many student athletes here at Adams State. Will all of the coaches, trainers, and athletic staff who are represented today please rise and hear our appreciation? Seated among the degree candidates here today are students who have been rewarded for their academic achievements by receiving academic scholarships. Will all students who've been recipients of academic scholarships please rise? Your scholarships have been made possible by the generous contributions of Adams State's friends and donors. We thank those individuals, organizations, and corporations who have invested in your education and continue to support the university. Many of Adams State's most generous supporters are alumni, whose ranks you join today. I'd like to recognize now the many Adams State alumni who have joined us on this very special graduation day. Will all Adams State alumni in our audience please stand so that we may recognize you? This university has earned a strong reputation for serving non-traditional students exceedingly well. Among our candidates this morning are students who are also parents. Will all degree candidates whose academic achievements served as a model for their own children, will you please rise? We congratulate you on the fine example you are setting for your families. For all of you in the graduating class, this is a very special day. I know this is particularly true for one group among you. Will those of you who are the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand. I'm proudly standing with you as a first-generation college student myself. A large number of Adams State students are employed either part-time or full-time while pursuing their degrees. Will all the graduates who have worked while attending Adams State please stand? Congratulations. We recognize that many Adams State students have served or are serving our country in all branches of the armed services. Will those of you who are military veterans or who are on active duty or in the reserves, will you please stand so we can thank you for your service? The university is proud of the work of today's graduates, and we expect to be proud of their accomplishments in the future. We know you in the audience are immensely proud of them as well. They are indebted to you for your love and support that you have given them over the time they pursued their educational aspirations. We would like to recognize you at this time. Will the parents, grandparents, spouses, partners, children of these graduates please rise and accept our thanks. Graduates, from the moment you first stepped onto the Adams State campus and entered your first classroom, you became a special part of the history of the university. Your legacy will continue through your undergraduate research projects, volunteer work in the community, titles won, memorable performances given. We hope you enter the next chapter of your great story and that you will stay connected with all of us here at Adams State. We look for opportunities to become involved with you, and we want you to continue to be involved with us, to join our strong alumni groups, keep us posted of your accomplishments, and reach out if you ever need a helping hand. We proudly celebrate all of you and all the Adams State graduates who've come before you. Now I'd like to ask Margaret Doell, our Interim Vice President for Academic Affairs, to please join me at the podium.
Good morning. Will all the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates please stand? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty of Adams State University and pursuant to the completion of all requirements for the Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, as prescribed by the faculty of Adams State University, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees for Adams State University and for the state of Colorado, and upon completion of all requirements prescribed, I do confer upon you the degree of Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Graduates may be seated. Will Dr. Mari Santano and the associate degree graduates please approach the platform?
Will the associate degree candidates please approach the platform? Leslie Quimby. Marley Crowther. Dakota Torello. Daniel Torres. Will the associate degree graduates please be seated? Will the art and theater candidates please approach the platform? Andrea Noel Alfano. Sean Anthony Cruz. Katie Adele Hensley. Cheyenne Delaney Moore. Patrick Jaron Vito. Will the Art and Theater graduates please be seated? The Biology and Geoscience candidates please approach the platform. Tomás Argüello. Edwin Chessel. Amos Córdoba. David Denhart. Ryan Waters. Will the Biology and Geoscience graduates please be seated? Business candidates, please approach the platform. Daniel Borrunda Villagrán. Quinton Christensen Norris. Ryan Craig. Miguel Esteban González. Madeline Jackson. Spanish ring. Jacob Ray Martinez. Taylor Mills. Sohail Mosini. Nicholas Frank Morning. Janet Najar. Daniel Prieto Subia. Justin Reagan.
Velasquez.
Andre Velasquez. Michael Ray Vigil. Jeffrey Gerald West. The business graduates, please be seated. Chemistry, computer science, and math. Jennifer Algier. Dylan Michael Cavey. Alondra Monique Diaz Maldonado. Jenna McLaren. Riley Spriggs. English Communication Media. Alan Sayer Banner. Ian Kenwood Carr. History, Anthropology, Philosophy, Political Science, and Spanish. Savannah Penland. Marcos Danielson. HAP students, please be seated. Interdisciplinary Studies. Pancho Youngblood Iona. Quincy Lamar Davison, Jr. Shakori Foster. Catherine Ginther. Ashley Marie Green. Kendall Grover. Adam Lucero. Stephanie Rodriguez Moreno. Stephanie Louise Cisneros.
My name is hard.
Durganjali Changarasa? Durganjali Changarasa. Kinesiology. Mitchell Allen. Richard Bencomo. Elijah Deshawn Brown Gonzalez. Kyler Clayton. Miles Fishback. Cody Groff. Kiasha Renee Harris. Shauna Larson. Deja Palk. Austin Rios. Kinesiology graduates, please be seated. Music, please approach the platform. Skye Montoya. Music graduate, please be seated. Psychology, please approach the platform. Cheyenne Atencio. Grace Daniel. Javier de la Rosa. Deanna Floriani. Yasmin Gonzalez. Sheila Lavador. Angie Lee. Brian Lucero. James Owens. Terrell Russell. Isaac Serrano. Psychology graduates, please be seated. Sociology candidates, please approach the platform. Joe Dakota Bencomo. Sheniqua Griffith. Taylor Hammond. Audra K. Johnson. Luda Kosmovsky. Haley Laughlin. Feliciano Tafisi. Randy Velarde. Veronique Vigil. Sociology graduates, please be seated. Teacher education. Lindsay Nicole Lucero. McKenna Plott. Brittany Shetron.
Will all the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts graduates please stand? To signify your new academic status, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts graduates may now switch your cap tassels from the right to the left. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a tradition of long standing at Adams State University to give special recognition to those who graduate with honors. To make the recognition more visible, honors graduates are identified in your program by asterisks beside the student's name. A student whose grade point average is 3.5 to 3.74 on a 4-point scale throughout 4 years may be graduated cum laude or with honors. A student whose grade point average is 3.75 to 3.89 throughout 4 years may be graduated magna cum laude or with high honors. A student whose grade point average throughout 4 years is 3.9 or above may be graduated summa cum laude or with highest honors. Would those students graduating cum laude please stand? Please be seated. Would those students graduating magna cum laude please stand? Please be seated. And would those students graduating summa cum laude please stand? Please be seated.
Will you please join me one more time in showing these graduates before us today your congratulations and admiration for their remarkable accomplishments. Thank you. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the Adams State student, our music students, theater students, and student ambassadors who remained on campus an extra day and contributed to the success of this ceremony. I would like to ask Skye Montoya to please, music education performance graduate, will you please come to the podium, who will now lead us in the singing of Alma Mater. Will everyone please stand?
State, we sing our praise to thee. Our voices raise in fervent loyalty. Thy sons and daughters heed thy call to praise thy name to all. From the crested peaks and the thy fame shall spread o'er all the land. O Adam's state, faithful will be. O Adam's state, we pledge our all to thee. To Adam's state, we sing our loyalty.
Please be seated. We request that members of the audience remain seated until all the graduates have filed out. Thank you. Will the ushers and banner carriers please take their positions? What? Oh, gotcha. Let's have another round of applause for the graduates.